Hello, my hearties. A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McCLUE. Thought we'd do a quick pop-up. Time's just touched 5 minutes past 6 on the evening, right? 5 minutes past 6, Wednesday the 26th of June. And lovely to have you with us, DINKY-DOO. Come and join us as soon as you possibly can. Talk about tonight. And I thought I'd try and pop up before the football gets a grip of everything. So do tell 10 to tell 10. Let everybody know that we are live. Send out the messages and let's see who comes and joins us this Christoire. Christoire, how lovely to have you with us. And bonsoir, Christoire, I say to you. Lovely to have you with us. And DINKY-DOO. There we are. I really am very much humbled by all the wonderful people that have been with me for years. And when they see we're going live, come and join us right away. And that, I can't say fairer than that unless I couldn't pronounce my F's or my TH's. So always good to have you with us. And a big DINKY-DOO. I say to you, hey, Scottie and everyone. Amy, so glad you could join us. Welcome, welcome. Good evening from Shetland. John, how lovely to hear from you in Shetland. Scottie, haven't seen you in forever. How are you, brother? Well, we're better for seeing you, I tell you, Devon Mac. All the way from Nova Scotia, says Devon Mac. I think that's brilliant. You're watching in New Scotland, Nova Scotia. Susan's there. Good evening, Scottie. Good evening, Susan. Lovely to have you with us. And a big DINKY-DOO from Scottie McCLUE to you. Roy Michael, good evening from stunning Derbyshire. Much respect to Mr. McClue. Now, I would think Derbyshire will be very, very, very stunning on an evening like this. Have you got a heat wave, Roy Michael? So there we are, because I know that you can get some terrific heat in Derbyshire. And what about Nova Scotia? I think we should hear. And of course, Shetland. Shetland's watching right now as well. How good is that? Good evening from Coventry. My wife was Leslie. Yes, I know, John. I knew right away as soon as I saw you there. I thought it's Leslie's, John. Bless her, I say. And we send out good vibes. Good vibes. I remember you. Yes, indeed, you will do. Just finished a round of golf. It doesn't get any more Scottish than that. Well, of course, golf was invented in Scotland. We are the inventors of everything that's good in the world. So there you have it. I'm just in the gym, says Kareem. Kareem, you carry on, but not too much hard work. So there you have it. Kareem, you need to tell us what you think of these new techniques where you don't do any exercise. I don't know what it is you do. And apparently you lose tons of weight and get very, very fit. So there we go. We like that. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. And get subscribing on the YouTube. There we are. We've had some excellent videos. So I'd like you to see all of the videos. But also, if you've got a TikTok account, you should be following Scottie McCLUE. That's what everybody does. It's the right thing to do. So there you have it. And everybody will dashing off for supper. So we're not going to be up forever and a day. It's just a quick pop-up just to see what's happening. And before the football gets a grip on you all, I had to turn down the program at the end last night. Loud, loud music and shouting and bawling. I thought, no, we don't need this. So there we go. Fantastic stuff. Great response here on the YouTube channel as well. Very good. We're simulcasting as we speak. Now, what have we got from all you beautiful people here? Good evening from Coventry, says KH. Scottie, shout me out. So there you are. Right, we'll shout you out. 29 degrees in Nova. She's a warm one. Don't know if you knew my granddad, who's the Janny Charlie. Yes, I did very, very well. Superman, a lovely guy. There we are. We had a lot of fun. Angela has just sent me 34 red roses, guys. Did you have a flutter on the Tories, Scottie? Well, I mean, I wouldn't like to do anything wrong, you see, but I was thinking, would we be allowed to bet on which Tories were next for the exposing of the betting? There we go. I tell you, There we are. Hello again, Scottie, DINKY-DOO. Can't believe our daughter's 4 now, says John. Do you know, John, I was just going to ask what age is the wee one, and I thought, my goodness, 4 years. Where does the time go? Bless her. There we are. And you'll have told her all about her wonderful mum. And that's just amazing. Yes, it's been very hot in Derbyshire, Mr. McCLUE. I'm spoilt for choice. Derbyshire or Scotland, beautiful places. You don't have to make a choice. Just have both of them in your heart. That's what it's all about. And so there we go. Has anyone ever told you, says Janice, you look like, she names a character off EastEnders? A lady character? No, nobody's told me that until you, Janice. Well done, I say to you. Right, who else have we got here? Good evening, all. Good evening, Jake. Lovely to have you with us. And welcome, welcome. If you're just joining us, get following on the TikTok. Very, very important. I've got to keep swiping here to see all the comments. It's amazing. There. Oh, wow, look at that. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you. There we are. Who will Scotland get in the next round of the Euros, Scottie? Are they still in, Barry? Who do you want to win the election, Scottie? Well, it would be nice and refreshing to just have a change. That's all I'm saying about that. As you know, I'm apolitical, and I never like to, make political predictions or comments or anything like that. But we could do the change. It would be nice to get off the Tory, Labour, Tory, Labour roundabout. Because I think they're two cheeks of the same face. That's my thinking about it. So it'd be quite refreshing to see just a change and see what happens. I mean, I have a dream team, and the dream team is Donald Trump in the White House, Nigel Farage in 10 Downing Street, and Alex Salmond in Bute House in Edinburgh. And I think that would be a dream team, you see. Then everybody could probably get sorted on what they want. Favourite car for an edit? Favourite car for an edit? The P5 Rover. See what I just did there? So you're a racist, Scottie. Of course not, Barry. Don't be ridiculous. What a ridiculous thing to say. You mustn't judge everybody by yourself, Barry. There we are. A man after my own heart, says Les. Les, lovely to have you with us. And DINKY-DOO. Absolutely. No, these guys are certainly not racists, I can tell you. Name a country for an edit. Scotland. Good edit. There we are. Eating my dinner, watching you, Scottie. Good one, Susan. You take your time, though. I don't want you getting indignation. So there you are. So just take your time. It's lovely to have you with us. Opinions on the IRA, I think they're long gone. Or they should be long gone. Do you know what I mean? Although I have stayed in Clonakilty and studied Michael Collins. Fantastic. He was quite a character, actually. He really was. So we were right down at the very, very hub of where it all was happening, pre-1922. There you go, Michael Collins. But, I mean, there's a lot of a civil war going on there as well. But if you're an army, you put on your uniform and you march down the street. So there we go. Would Trump and Alex Salmond get along? I don't know. I would have to ask them. That's a conversation. But I mean, if one was running Scotland and the other was running America, it would be a good idea to get along, wouldn't it? Opinions on the greatest place in Scotland. Falkirk. I remember doing a quiz, a Scottish quiz, and it was the coming down of a church or something was the clue, and it was Falkirk. And another one was a cheap domestic, and that was Penny Cook. We love all that. How are you feeling now, Scottie? I'm a lot better, Susan. I had a bit of a scare, I have to be honest with you. but we're a lot better now, thank goodness. And we're starting to get back into harness. Yes, and get on with it. So you might see me popping up a few times. If you've just joined us, a very, very warm welcome. You're wondering what on earth's going on. You're watching Scottie McCLUE, the world's top broadcaster, the first lord of the internet, and the world's most humble man. I always like to add that. I would like to add the father of feminism, but I haven't actually done that. So there you are. Isn't that amazing? This is a wonderful person. Sent me a thank you. Can we see that? It'll be, is it the right way around? Right way around on the YouTube. So there you are. Thank you. Isn't that marvelous? I tell you. A shout out to Kane, Gregor, and Josh. Yes, we could do that for you, no problem. DINKY-DOO, Scottie McCLUE. I thought you were a unionist. Well, I used to be a big unionist in terms of, how can I put it? Because I've never really been big in politics, but I realised that Scotland had been robbed blind for 317 years. And I realised that Westminster was only hanging on to Scotland because it's a huge cash cow. And we've had many governments, many Westminster governments have just stolen from Scotland and damaged its economy. And we need to rebuild it. It's from the radio in the 90s, says Polly. Absolutely. And the 2000s, Polly. They were on the radio till really quite recently. How are you today, Scottie? We're fantastic. I watched one of the old interviews of you. Rachel. Wonderful. I hope you enjoyed it. There's so much media on Scottie McCLUE out there. Everybody should get into that. And we should have hundreds of thousands following on TikTok, millions following on TikTok here, because this is big stuff. If ever there should be a live Scottie McCLUE show, phone in for the people, it should be right now on the British media. So there we go. So I should be starting in 2 weeks, just after the election. We'll let the big broadcasters handle that, and then we should have McCLUE on there, I tell you. Good to hear that, Scottie. Absolutely. Thank you, Susan. You too. I hope you're keeping well. Fair play, man, says Liam. Thank you, Liam. Nice hat, says Dougie. Quality. This is a very well-known hat, I can tell you. Have we subscribed to the YouTube channel and followed on the TikTok? That's what we need to know. What's this? This is Scottie McCLUE. What do you think? Do you think reform should win the election? Well, what I think doesn't matter. I think reform might win the election anyway, whether I think so or not. Hi, Scottie. I hope you're good. We're very good, Gio. Lovely to have you with us in DINKY-DOO. Greetings from Oxford, mate. Scudrino, we love you in Oxford. I know it well. There we go. Do you know the blackbird? I tell you. Good to hear. Absolutely. Susan's a lot better as well. This is excellent news. Guys, we have huge catch-ups on the internet. People all over the world come and join us just for a bit of a chat. This is proper broadcasting. And sadly, it's something that we don't get from our radios and televisions at the moment. Good day from Coat Bridge, old boy, the Coat Brig. We love the Coat Brig. Somebody told me that Coat Brig is about the same size as the Vatican, but a lot more Catholic. We love it. So there we are. A radio presenter just Googled you. Well done. Yes, bless you. Thank you very much. Absolutely. Apparently, I'm world famous. We like that, don't we? But we still do the humble bit. I've got my glasses here. Do you like these? But I can't see a thing when I put them on, so there we go. Well, I can. You should go FM in Preston, Scottie. So there we are. Well, it's 32 years tomorrow, or today, since I went live on Preston as the Scottie McCLUE phone-in. Red Rose Gold Radio with the great John Myers, sadly no longer with us. A man, I miss him every day. He really was very, very pivotal in the radio industry, you know, in the 90s through to the 2000s. And we lost him. Is it 5 years ago since we lost John? Oh, my goodness me. I don't know. Dinky-Doo, Ron, lovely to have you with us. Dinky-Doo is the big catchphrase for Scottie McCLUE. So there were vote reform to get Tories, says Steve. Well, I don't know, actually. I think the old Tories are not polling well at all. I'm not surprised because, I mean, they've just made gaffe after gaffe after gaffe, and they've had several prime ministers that none of us voted for. I don't know. What happened to Fat Bob? Amy, sadly, I just heard that Fat Bob passed away about... maybe about 2 or 3 months ago, something like that, as recently as that. He was in his early 60s. What's your opinion of politicians and the royal family? Well, politicians are political. The royal family are apolitical. So although they have to sort of interact with each other, then they are from a different place. So there are, most of them are failed Tory MPs. Well, what's so successful? We need reform and George Galloway, Scottie. Well, reform and George Galloway, you know, I mean, that would really raise the quality of debate in the House of Commons. Well, already George is doing that. Opinions are still game, Scottie. I love Still Game. I think it's great fun. And apparently I was the original inspiration for it. Did you know that? And apparently that's been actually officially acknowledged. So there we go. All right, didn't know, says Amy. Yeah, absolutely. So there we are. Wee Bob, who replaced Scottie McCLUE when I went down to Manchester. Scottie boy, would you back reform? Well, I'm apolitical, you see, so I don't favour one party over another. Who do you think will win the Euros? Well, I don't think Scotland will. That's my thinking. I tell you. What have you been up to recently? Oh, Rachel, all sorts, I can tell you. Fantastic. What a shame about we've had Bob, Susan. Absolutely, Susan. We used to have some good banter, he and I. I've just been enjoying the weather. Rachel, what else can you do with weather like this apart from enjoy it? Just make sure you're well hydrated and keep out of, you know, the noonday sun, as they say. Now, what have I got? Do you like haggis? Well, I love haggis, actually. Very fine. The pluck. Liver, lungs, and sheep pluck. Missed you, Scottie. Amy, lovely to be back again. Good to hear your voice again, says Tommy. I always listen to you down here in sunny Manchester. We love Manchester. Huge. You think the Solway Firth might have oil like the Northwest and the Northeast? I think there's oil all over this country. There's absolutely no excuse for fuel poverty. And if we had some decent politicians who stood up to the companies and didn't just chase pound notes all the time, then people should have much, much cheaper energy. It should be next to free. I tell you, but somebody gets in there. Thought you'd be watching the game. Is it on at the moment, Sandy? And so there you are. But when Scotland are finished, are they? I tell you. So there we go. Follow us as soon as you can. Thank you very much. So there we have it. Now, let's just get rid of this dafty here. Hold on, guys. Just getting rid of a dafty. So that's that. We have to do this. Get the trolls away. There we go. Gone. Right. Excellent stuff. Remember anybody acting up or cheeking up or they've got a bad handle or something like that? Yes, BBC One, BBC Two, says Sandy. Yeah, but is it a game I would want to watch, Sandy? I thought they weren't starting till later. And I miss the soap operas if they interfere with the soap opera. That's not a good thing either, I tell you. I remember Fat Bob replacing your Scott FM. He was good, but he was not Scottie. No, there's only one Scottie. We've had, though, They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And we've had a lot of people imitating or attempting to imitate Scottie McCLUE, and even using my phraseology and all sorts of stuff, but they didn't make it. Opinions on all the mines closing because we still need renewable, but we need backups. Well, you see, I think there's plenty of coal. We're going to need, we're still on 80% fossil fuels. The con of all the green stuff, you know, I mean, we do have to look after the planet, but it's sheer arrogance to think that human beings can actually stop the warming and cooling cycle of nature. So there we are. And the mines, you see, they closed a station in Scotland called Long Annet. And Long Annet was great for keeping the lights on up in Scotland, coal-fired power station. Now, I don't think they should have, they demolished it. And I don't think they should have done that. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs. I'm not a surveyor. I'm not, you know, from the School of Mines or anything like that. But I think that they should have mothballed Long Annet and kept it as a facility. Opinions on Denny. I love Denny. I used to have great friends in Denny and Dunny Pace. And of course, great pipe band. So there you go. We love all that. What's got 5 toes and lies in the street shaking, Scottie? 5 toes and lies in the street shaking. I don't know. I hope this is a nice thing. So there we go. Slovakia and Romania on BBC Two, says Sandy Black. I tell you, they should have put the Tories in there. No, Kim Jong, not acceptable. No. 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 So there we are. No, it's all right. No, not fair, because I work with people, you know, who suffer from that. It's a terrible illness. And so there we are. So no, I don't like the jokes like that. That's another one gone. Yes, indeed. I'm at work, says Sandy. Are you sneaking a peek preview? Or are you going to record it and watch it? I didn't think it was that bad. So there we go. No, Kim Jong. No, not that one. So there we go. We're not going for that. I tell you. Let's even do this one as well. Have I got it? Right, sorry guys, I'm just removing a wee joke that somebody thought was funny when it actually wasn't. I'm watching both games. How have you done that, Sandy? I'll tell you, see, when I was younger, you didn't have videos at all. You just had tellies, and if there was something big on the go, you could go down to a TV shop and stand and watch the tellies in the window. Scottie, what years did you work on the radio? I was trying to think. Well, from right now, today, 32 years ago, so 1992, and the last time I was on mainstream radio will be about 5 years ago. Yeah. So 1992 to 2019, I think, would be my last mainstream radio. Excuse me, I'm just doing a little bit of a meltdown because, absolutely roasting here. And I've just celebrated 40 years since I joined ITV. Apologies to the chat offender. No, you're all right, Kim John, we've taken it down. And we love the royal family, so we do. We salute the king and all of you. Yes, indeed, that's a popular one. I'll tell you what else is popular today. Have a look at the videos. And there's one that I think might end up going viral. One computer and another on the iPad. Good one, Sandy. He's watching 2 football games at the moment. I'm fae Fife, so I know long on it, and there were so many mines over the years like Minto, Thornton. Well, lots of mining. You had mining at Dysart, Kirkcaldy, East Weems, big stuff there. Methyl, you know what I mean? Tremendous stuff. Not the one about, what are you on about, Anthony? Why does your country scream out Flower of Scotland like mad things? It should be God Save the King. It should, Mr. Pink. Absolutely. God Save the King is the Scottish national anthem. They shouldn't really be singing Flower of Scotland at the start of the game at all until they've sung God Save the King. What I would like to see in an ideal world is we have God Save our gracious King at the start of any Scotland sporting events. And then you could have Flower of Scotland. But it shouldn't also be belted out either, because it's a little gentle folk song. And when the original writer used to sing it, here we go. Oh, flower of Scotland. Just like that, you see. Are you a fan of Roy Orbison, the Big O? Yes. Seems people are forgetting him. No. You'll never forget the Big O, I tell you. I love that song, Scottie. Yes, indeed. Could have a shout out for Frank, me hearty. You can 8432. Scottie, best wishes from Darren in Nottingham. How are you, Sir Darren? Much better for seeing you. Lovely to have you with us. And a massive dinky-doo. I see. Guys, get subscribing on the YouTube. There's a half-wit. Let's get rid of the half-wit. There's always one that does this shop. And we don't want them on here, so they'll never see us again. There we go. And they can shut up themselves. Absolutely correct, Scottie. Scottish people appear to be brainwashed by the SNP. No, I don't think it's the SNP that do Flower of Scotland. I think it's just they don't understand it. Have you had a drink, says Ryan? No, Ryan. Thank you for reminding me. I haven't. I've got one now, though. Total gratitude to Ryan there for reminding McCLUE to keep hydrated in the heat. Jealousy, Scottie. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Darren. A bit of jealousy. It's a terrible thing. One even worse than jealousy is envy. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can, and watch every single video on the TikTok and the YouTube channel and send them to all your friends. Thoughts on Reform UK? They're doing extremely well, and they're keeping the other parties on their toes. So there we have it. Hi, Scottie from Hamilton. Hello, Lindsay. So glad that you could join us. Now, who else have we got here? We're very, very busy tonight, guys. I just thought I'd do the pop-up. I've been off for a while because I haven't been terribly well. So it's nice to get back into harness. How about all British 11 instead of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland? How about an all British 11? Oh, right. So you mean one British football team. So Britain playing Germany and France and Slovakia and all that sort of stuff. Fair enough. What about that? Carden Den. Fort Escort, man. We love Carden Den. Glenrothes had Lady Nina and Colton and the Supermine Rothes Colliery and Thornton and Minto. Absolutely. Well, will you be going to Broadwood to watch the Rangers, Scottie? Can I not see it on the telly? Mr. Pink, that wouldn't work. So there you are. Can you say hello to Taylor? I can indeed. Favorite airline for an edit? Favorite airline? BEA. British European Airways. There you go. How about that one? I tell you. Or do you want a modern one as well? There we are. What about EasyJet? There we have it. I tell you. Follow us, guys, as soon as you possibly can. Yes, exactly. I think that would be great, Scottie. Good one, Mr. Pink. So there we are. Mr. Pink says the British Army is an undefeated army, of course. In fact, I would even include Ireland because I'm half Irish. So Scotland, England, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Ireland, and we get 11 players from these countries to be the British team. Now, I'm just thinking, is Ireland able to cope with being British? Would Ireland want that? Because they used to have some of the people in Ireland were a little bit not pro-British, shall we say. So there. So I would need to put that out to the nation, and we'll see what's what. Now, I think the Irish would love that, says Mr. Pink. So there we are. Right. Okay. Guys, if you're watching in Ireland, would you want to be part of a British football team? Do tell, spill the beans. Alex says that's a preposterous idea, Scottie. Which one, Alec, to include Ireland in a British team? Well, I don't know. It's certainly a conversation, I could tell you that. Could I join? Could you join a British football team? I'm sure you could if you're good enough, I don't think there's any doubt about that. Right, guys, I'm going to have to push off. It's been an absolute privilege being with you this evening. Stay fabulous. Make sure you get everybody following on TikTok and subscribing on the YouTube channel. And the URL for the YouTube channel is on the TikTok bio. Can I thank you for joining us tonight? It's been an absolute privilege being with you. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. You get 2 goes at this. One on the TikTok, one on the YouTube. Are you ready? Ta-ta. Are you ready, YouTubers? Remember, you get 2 goes. Are you ready? After 2, 1, 2, ta-ta. And your very last go. Ta-ta.